friends, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot second since I have filmed anything, really. I mean, we're in February, we're more than halfway through. It is the 19th of February today. So actually yesterday was my 6 years at Disney, which is really, really exciting. I can't believe it's been 6 years. It feels like it's been 6 years and feels like it's been 5 seconds, all in the same span of time. Yes, as you can see by the title of this video, this has nothing to do with Disney or with travel, but I thought I would do this video anyway. As you can see, I'm doing laser eye surgery, or LASIK, if you know what that is. I have recently found out that I can go about this on a way on my health insurance here, and back for my mom's 40th birthday, she had it done. Thomas has had it done. My best friend Sophia's had it done. So you know what? I just thought I need to get it done. I've always said since my mom had gotten it done that it would be something that I'd be interested in, but I know that it is a very expensive procedure. And luckily through the healthcare in France and like work, it's not going to cost quite as much as it would if I was at home, or as much as Tom did pay in the UK. I don't really want to talk about like full prices. If you really wanted to know and you're here, you can ask me, and then obviously I can tell you how it all works. If you don't know how the French healthcare system works, it doesn't really make much sense anyway to kind of explain how it works. But I just thought I would take you guys along with this journey with me. So far, last week I did my first consultation. So I will have 2 consultations, and I already have my surgery date. So I just felt kind of nervous on my first one, so I didn't really film anything. But maybe I'll take you guys with me tomorrow. That is my second consultation. So I went in and he was like, what can I help you with? Because he's obviously a normal optometrist as well. And I just said, you know, I really want to get LASIK done, So all he did was basically a normal routine eye test, you know, where they put you with the thingy and they're like, is this one clear? Is this one clear? Is this one clear? Is this one clear? And then he even did the one where you have to like stare at the balloon. Normally when I do that one at home, there's like a puff of air for, I think it's glaucoma or something like that in your eye. But I didn't have any puff of air. He just kind of looked at it. And then there was one where I also had to look at the hot air balloon, and it was like these red lines where it just like shined brightly. And then, you know, you kind of, I don't know, it's probably to see, like, you know, the rods and all that, whatever that is in your eye. I don't know. Clearly I'm not an eye doctor, guys. I can just walk you through my experience with this. So that's what I did. And he said that my eyes were good for the surgery. From what he did say, like, I know that my prescription has pretty much stayed the same since I've had glasses. So I started wearing glasses when I was 8. I started wearing contacts when I was 11. So I have been very lucky in the sense that I haven't had too many traumatic contact lens stories. I've had one really bad eye infection. It wasn't pink eye, but it was just an eye infection that I got right before I came to Disney, actually. And I was in so much pain that I told my mom to take me to the emergency room. And they were like, yeah, it's really bad. You can't wear contacts and stuff. And you really realize how dependent you are on your glasses and on your contacts and things like that. And I went through phases where I didn't want to wear my glasses, and I'd wear contacts when we were like camping, and I'd get dirt on them, and it's just not a good plan. So I'm doing it, guys. I'm gonna go do LASIK. It isn't something that particularly I am fond of hearing. He didn't actually tell me anything about the surgery. I do know what's gonna happen. I've had enough people around me that have done it to know what's gonna happen, but also I'm kind of like, if you don't tell me, I don't have to think about it. I'm just gonna go in, I'm gonna trust that everything's gonna go well. And also, if anybody is curious, it has been Googled, and the chances of going blind are like 1 in 5 million. So those are good odds. That's not English. Those are some good odds in my book. So tomorrow I have another appointment, and I have these drops that I have to put in my eye that are going to dilate my eyes, and then he's going to take more pictures of my eyes, I guess to see what all is going on back there. But he did say like my prescription is -2 in both eyes, I think is what he said. So I used to be -1.7, and I was always 1.7, and one eye is always a little bit worse than the other, but I think they're both now -2. So for somebody who knows what that means, that's where I'm at. I do know if your eyes are really, really bad, like if you were like a -8, I think they can still do LASIK, but they can only do it to like make it a -2, and then I think you have to go again. I'm not sure if they'll ever be able to get you to like 20/20 vision or better than 20/20 vision. So yeah, I don't know what my new prescription is going to be, but I can tell you that that is what my prescription is now. I'm sure they'll be able to tell me after. So I have this consultation that I've already done, tomorrow's consultation, and then on the 2nd of March, I'm going in to get it. And I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous, but it's just something I'm going to have to do, and we're going to get through it. And then I think I have to go like a week after, like maybe a couple days after, a week after, and a month after, and they're just going to like check up on me and make sure that like my prescription is good and everything like that. So it's scary, and I know I've been rambling, and I'm not sure if any of that made any sense and if it was any clear, but that is what is going to be talked about in this video and what's going to happen. This is something that is okay, that you guys are okay with me posting on my channel, but I thought it would be cool and at least have it documented for me. So let's go get LASIK, guys. So I'm at the doctor's office. I'm at the LASIK place. My eyes are dilated. The screen is really blurry, so I don't know if I'm even filming this right. My hair is a hot mess. I should probably fix that. Yeah, he's just gonna take pictures of my eyes. If I look at you like this, you're blurry. If I look at you like this, you're less blurry. So, yeah. Eye test consultation number 2. Hello, everybody. So today is March 1st, and I just walked out of the doctor's office. So I basically went to confirm my time, because the doctor had told me that somebody was going to call me to confirm my time for my appointment, and nobody did. He had told me around 11. It's actually going to be 12, so I'm just going to head into the bank here. I'm going to get my check. One step closer. That's a good question. Let me see between the other ones in my bag. Change of plan, I'm wearing these. I had these ones, but I guess brown to black. We're going. We're gonna go get my drops from the pharmacy that I have to take after. I'm terrified. Okay, off we go. Hi, friends. So it's 7:20 at night now. As you can see, I'm still wearing my glasses because today did not go as planned. I'm gonna put you guys on. So I'm sorry I look like a shadow, but basically I'll explain what happened. So I went to the office. I got there at my time. They called me in. I put my scrubs on. I like sanitized. I did everything. And then I got taken into this little room where there was a lady sitting there with her eyes closed. So I imagine she's just had her LASIK treatment done. And the nurse is like, here's your drops. We're gonna start your drops. And she starts putting in these drops. And when my mom had her LASIK done, I remember her saying that the painkillers rolled out of her eye. So I was very much like, please keep putting more drops in. I just don't want to feel anything. So then they go and take me into the room, and this there's like this whole machine and then like a table bed that I have to lay down on. So I had to like get under, and he like moved me into like the little head place, and my doctor like puts iodine around my eye and then puts like the surgery, you know, like when you have surgery there's like, it's like sticky, so they also like are just looking at this, right? So I don't know the technical medical terms for all these items, but I'm gonna explain what happened. So basically he's like, okay, I'm gonna tape your eye open. So he like, you know, like tapes my lashes, kind of like when you're getting your lashes done kind of thing, but instead of taping them down, he obviously tapes it open, which was not painful at all. It just kind of feels like your eye is open. And then he was like, okay, you're gonna feel some pressure. And I felt some pressure, and then I had like a little clamp go onto my eye. And it wasn't like painful, but I could feel it in my cornea area. And then there was like this little like circle thing, I don't know what to call it, but this circle thing, and it was like probably about that big, and he like placed it on my eye, and it kind of like focuses your vision. And then he's like, okay, you're gonna feel some pressure. And then my eye just kind of went like, kind of like in this, not my eye didn't actually move, but like the vision kind of went like this. And my friend had explained it to me before, and he had said it was like a curtain was gonna pull over, so I kind of figured that's what that was. And it didn't hurt, but it didn't feel like the best. And my eye went like, it went from like slow, faster to like no vision to black. And then it's like when you have your eye closed and you see those like swirly, but I saw like little red dots, but I think that's because I was looking at a green dot. And then he held it, and there was like some vibration noise that you could hear, I'm guessing from the machine. It sounded like he kind of had his foot on like a pedal or something. And this eye, I could still see out of it, obviously, because they weren't operating on it, but it had the sheet over it. So I have like no depth perception of what's happening. And they're speaking in French, by the way. So then he's like, okay. And then he like, my vision kind of comes back, and it was like spotty and black. And I was like, okay, and then, but I could still see like the dot, the flashing green light that he was having me look at, and I was like, okay. And then he puts that little circle thing on again, and then he like squidges it with water or like saline or something in my eye. And then he took like a napkin and kind of like did it in my cornea in here, I guess, to get that up, which I could feel that, and that kind of was the only thing that kind of made me flinch a little bit. And I think it's more involuntary than it was like painful or anything like that, because I couldn't feel it. It's much just like when you know, put a napkin to your eye kind of thing, but I think I wasn't expecting it, so I was just kind of like, oh. And then he was like, oh yeah, no, sorry, pas possible, which obviously means like not possible. And then he just kind of like let me sit there for a second, and then he just kind of like took the thing off my face and was like, okay, never mind. And then like was like, okay, I see you in my office. And he's like, it's not possible for the surgery, and then like just left me. And the nurses were like, okay. So then I kind of like sat up, and they were like, okay, yeah, go to his office. So they like took me out, and I went back into the waiting room where that lady was, and then he took that lady in and checked her eyes. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, I'll come back. And I was like, all right. So I was there for maybe like 2-3 minutes. And then he calls me into his office, and he's like, okay, so I can't do the surgery today because blah, 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 blah. And he starts saying like, my eyeball is like too flat. And I was like, well, surely you should have checked this in the consultation. But he was like, okay, so I like started to do it, but then like this happened, so now I can't do it. So basically you need to come back on Monday. And I was like, okay. And he was like, so basically I'm gonna have to do a different one, where instead of like doing it underneath the cornea. We're going to be doing it on top of the cornea. And you're going to need like 3 days where you're really not going to be able to see anything and la 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 la. And I was like, okay. And as he's telling me this, obviously I've couple minutes ago has just been on the table. I have numbing stuff, so I still can't feel this eye, by the way. And he's telling me like, I'm gonna do a different thing to your eye. And I was fully prepared for like the first thing that he told me I was gonna do. So to throw that on me, I was kind of like, what the fuck is happening? And all of a sudden I just go, I don't really understand. Hold on, I don't feel well. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I think I'm gonna pass out. So in true me fashion, I pass out. The nurse like grabbed my legs and put them up, like held them up. And I could like hear, but I was just kind of like trying to get the dizzy feeling out of my head. And one of the nurses was fully only spoke French and the other nurse spoke English. So the English nurse was just kind of like, I think you just stood up too quickly from the table and blah 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 blah. Basically sends me on my way. Obviously Tom's in the waiting room and Tom's like, what's up? And I was like, oh, the surgery's not happening. And he was like, okay. So I'm just kind of like, I just want to go home now. Like, I've been all stressed out. I feel like I've done something wrong, whatever. So then we get home and I've explained to Thomas what's happened, and he's like, okay, well, he's like opened the flap, my cornea, because that is why I lost vision in this eye. So this eye is the one that he operated on. It's pretty sore. It's obviously not, I haven't had like a laser shot into it or anything. I've literally just had my cornea taken off and put back on. So I'm not in like pain. It's very sensitive. I don't feel like I like have anything in my eye. So for the first couple of hours, well, actually, when I got home, I explained everything that happened to Tom. I cried, which was the most painful thing ever. It just, and not painful in like a, it was painful like in a, you have something in your eye, like when you get shampoo in your eye kind of thing. That's the pain that I felt, but not like unbearable or anything like that. So that's where I'm at. I do want the surgery. It just sounds like it's gonna be a longer recovery. It sounds like it's less work in the actual surgery, but more recovery, which is not really what I wanted. But I don't want to have to wear glasses and contacts anymore. I just wish he would have known this ahead of time. Hello friends again. Okay, so it is now just past 11. Finally got around to washing that iodine off my face. It's been a hard day. I've had a really bad day. I go, if you don't like eyeball stuff, skip this part. But you're also watching this video, so anyway, I go to like brush my teeth and wash my face. I'm getting ready for bed. And I go like, hold on, I'm gonna show you what I did. I went, oh, did you see it? Oh, there's something on my eye. Yeah, full on bruise. Obviously, yeah, they've cut my eye open today, but like I was feeling it, like, I can't look at the camera and do this, but like basically like here is where I was feeling like the bruising, and like it felt like pressure in my cornea. So basically the thing that they put on my eye to like hold it to be able to do the surgery was that little suction cup, which is called the little bruise. So it's normal, but it did freak me out. I'm not a squeamish person, but I did pass out today, and that made me feel really funny. So anyway, I'm going to put my ring back on. I I'm going to go to bed. I've just put some drops in my eyes to like make the pain go away, which really helped. I'll update you guys. Hi. I am in darkness. I'm wearing my glasses. I had my surgery done this morning. I'm not in a lot of pain, but I do feel like a lot of pressure in my eyes, and the darkness is my friend. So I hope you can see this. I'm not quite sure. If not, it'll be like a little voice memo. I've put in my first set of drops. I have a bajillion and one drops I have to use. I'll show you guys at some point how many drops I have to use, but I basically have one drop that I used to use 6 times a day, and then 4 other drops that I use 3 times a day. But yeah, surgery went good. It is 12:43, and Tom goes back to work at 3:30. He's just doing parade today, so he'll only be gone for a couple of hours. So I have set up in bed. The blinds are pulled, and Tom has put a blanket over the TV so that I can listen to Friends. So that's my update.
This was very hard to do with my eyes closed.
Hey friends, I am still in the dark. It has been several hours. I have had lunch, I've napped for a bit. I still have Friends on the TV. I don't know if you can see, but basically I have a tiny bit of light coming in here, just underneath our curtains, and I have the TV here with a blanket over it. Tom has just stepped out to go finish work. Work wouldn't give him the full day off because it's not a surgery for him. So he's going back to do the parade, and I've done some more drops. My eyes are still quite sore. I don't know if you can see me literally at all because there's like no light in here, but I still have my sunglasses on. My eyes feel just very dry. That's about it. I'm gonna have myself a cup of tea now, and yeah, basically this is it. I'm gonna be like this for the next 3 days, and then I go back on the 9th, and he's gonna take the contact lens out of my eye, and then yeah, I think when I'm feeling a bit better, I might explain to you guys what actually happened in the procedure. I know some people get a little squeamish about that kind of thing, so in the editing I will put the timestamp so that you guys can like skip over, so you don't have to hear it if you don't want to. But yeah, so far I guess happy with the result. I couldn't really tell you if it's actually worked or not, but yeah, so far so good. Yeah, I'll check in with you guys soon. Hi friends, welcome back. I say welcome back. This is just a continuous video, but it's like day by day. So today is the day after my surgery, finally. So today is Tuesday, March 7th, and it's about 1 o'clock. So you're probably wondering why I have sunglasses on my head. Well, I'm not really supposed to be looking at like screens or TVs or anything, so I mean, if you do, just in moderation and just wait, because you can feel like when your eyes get sore and stuff. So to help me, Tom has put a blanket over our TV, and then I'm also just rocking the sunglasses like a celebrity inside. I have the curtains here, so like we have like our shutters that are on an automatic shutter system. I have those halfway down just because it's a really overcast day and I don't want to be in like complete darkness. And it's not really so much the outside light. I mean, I am sensitive to it and that's why it's down a bit, but it's more like the fluorescent light, so like the bathroom light really hurts, or like the big light and stuff, it really hurts. Yesterday when I was walking back home from the surgeon's office, it was very windy and overcast, so my eyes just felt like really dried out, but they didn't like hurt or anything. I don't seem to have any, I don't know how close this is gonna get, but I don't seem to have like too much bruising or anything, but they didn't actually end up like doing the cut on my eye like they did the first time. I still don't really remember because it's been several days. If I have, I will cut this out. If I've explained to you basically what was happening. So with the LASIK procedure, normal LASIK procedure, you go in, they will like tape your lashes up and down so you don't, to just keep your eye open, and then they'll use a little clamp, and honestly the clamp is the most painful part. It was for me anyway, for the fact that I have like almond shaped eyes, so that like in my tear duct, I could feel like it trying to force it open. When I spoke to my best friend Sapaya about the whole experience, she said that like fighting the clamp is the worst part. So the second time when I went in, she kept saying that when she had hers, she kept being like, I have a jelly face. My face is really full of jelly. So I kind of kept saying that to myself to force myself to like not fight back on the clamp. So then after they clamp your eye open, they kind of put some solution in it, just, you're widening your eye and your eyes get dry very quickly. Normal LASIK, they will take, I don't know what the actual word is, but it's this round circular thing. It's about an inch tall, and they put it over your eye to suction up your eye a little bit, make the cut, shoot the laser in, put it back, put your cornea back, because that's what they're cutting open, and then put some more solution in it, close the eye, do the next eye, same procedure. When he went to do my first one last Thursday, he opened my cornea and then realized that my eye structure was too flat, so the suction wouldn't hold in place. So he had basically cut my cornea open and then realized it wouldn't heal properly. So instead, he decided to put it back, stop the surgery, tell me what was going on, and then go back, and decided that in a couple of days I could come back and he'd do a different version of the surgery. So when it came to this surgery yesterday, I don't actually know what the word is because it's in French, but it uses the same LASIK laser, it's just a different procedure. So what happened to me yesterday is I went in and I got my scrubs on, and they make you like sanitize everything just like you do for normal surgery. Go in, sit in the chair, and they put some numbing drops into your eyes. So the first time I had it done, the lady did 3 drops in each eye. This second time, they only did 2 drops each eye. However, on my left eye, the second drops didn't go in my eye directly. They just kind of waited on my eyelashes. And I kind of tried to say, but he was like, oh, it's fine. And I was worried because the same thing had happened to my mom when she had LASIK done, and she said she had felt everything. So I was a little bit terrified. Also had just had a little bit of a traumatic experience from the first time round. So I was more anxious than I think I was the first time, but also calm in a way, because I knew the room, I knew what it was gonna be like, and this time they weren't gonna be cutting my eye open, so surely it shouldn't be as bad. So I go in, and the table is already flat for you, and then it has like a little indent for your head, and then the machine kind of comes over like this, and the doctor sits here, and then your head is almost like in their lap kind of thing, and then the table goes up and down. So I get in under the machine, and the doctor says hello, asks me how I'm doing, all of this, and he starts with my right eye. So he tapes the top and bottom again, he puts iodine around it, and then puts a medical sheet, like when you're having a surgery. So it kind of has some sticky stuff, but it's just so that he literally can only see this much of my eye, so that, nothing else ends up getting touched or anything. So he does that, and then he swishes some solution in it, and then he puts a specific drop. As soon as he did this drop, the machine that was over me started to kind of wobble a bit, which was a very weird experience and kind of felt very trippy. And I was looking at this red and green light, and suddenly that light kind of turned a little bit purple, but still in the same kind of place while moving. So then he says he's gonna apply a little bit of pressure, and from what I could see, it was like a little tiny metal tool that he went over my eyelid and kind of like moved the solution all the way around. This is the form. It basically says that, so it's in French, but the operation will include local anesthetic, so that is the drops, and a solution that will go over the cornea, which then creates the cells to split from the cornea, of which you will then use the secure laser to help for nearsighted and farsighted individuals. Same laser used as LASIK, and then a contact lens will be put on top of the eye, and after several days the contact lens will be removed as the vision impairs. So basically I had the scraping done of the cells of my eye, which couldn't feel, it just felt really weird. For me, the thing that kept me calm, don't ask me why this came out, some people do different things to keep themselves calm when they're in a little bit of a stress situation. I started humming Taylor Swift to myself, so don't know why. It was probably just the last song that I had heard that was stuck in my head, and it is what kept me calm. So thanks, Taylor Swift. That helped me get through my surgery. So after they separated the cells, they shot the laser into my eye, which it literally sounds like a candle, like, what do you call that? Like a candle starter, like this one. So we have this one, right? And it's like the little taser kind. That's what it sounds like, but like a little bit louder. And then like obviously the vibration from the machine. So that was basically, and it was like 5 to 10 seconds on this eye. So that one was done, squirted some more solution in it, took the tape and the clamp out, and then proceeded to do the same thing on the left eye. The difference with the left eye, because I had told you about the drops, I don't know if it was because I had never had anything done on my right or on my left eye like I had my right eye, because remember, several days before, they had opened my cornea, done all of that. So when they went to go proceed to the left eye, I felt the pressure of when he did the drop and then split the cells on my eye. So that made me kind of twitch a bit. Obviously going to feel this giant laser that coming into my eye. But I did not. It was 10 seconds. And he said, the more still that you are, the faster I can get this done. So I was like, cool. Apparently, if the worse your eyesight is will depend on how many more seconds you have to do. So mine was like 12 seconds. I believe, wait, I have it here, is minus 1.7. My left eye is minus 2. So one of my eyes is slightly worse than the other one. My eyes have been minus 1.7 for as long as I can remember. I think I would always get glasses every couple of, like every 2.5 years, something like that. Or when they broke, my glasses went through hard times. I mean, I'd fall asleep on them. I've had dogs chew them. It's just a long road with me and glasses. So I'm very happy that I was able to find out that my healthcare here in France will cover this. So I will get all of the money back, which is really great. At this time right now, I still can't see very well. It'll still be another 3 more days until, no, 2 more days. Today's day 1. So 2 more days. On Thursday I go back and they'll take the contact lens out of my eye, and hopefully I should be able to see completely, which is really exciting. I hope the sensitivity goes down a bit. I do have all of these drops. So I think last night I had updated you guys, telling you guys that I was gonna have a lot of drops, and I was gonna show you. So I have this drop, this drop, this drop, and all of these. So I have a lot. I've been keeping up on top of them. These ones I do 3 times a day, and these ones I do 6 times a day. Other than that, guys, I don't really know what else to tell you. I can give you 2 more updates for the next 2 days, and then obviously I will give you the final reveal on the last day. Hey friends, it's day 3. I'm feeling a tiny bit better. I have to go and get my lens out, and then once I get my lens out, hopefully I'm able to see, but we'll see.
I went and got my lens out. It was a horrible experience. My eyes burned. I had to go do the shop. Not fun. I'm gonna go sit in the dark now. Bye. Today was my first day back at work. It was okay. I wore sunglasses all morning, like in the building when I was working outside, and I was actually on parade, and I was in the wheel, so this is why I have makeup on. It's the first time I've worn makeup. It was okay. I felt safe, I felt fine, but my eyes are really hurting. So now I'm going to put more drops in them and put my sunglasses on and sit here. Well, I convinced Tom maybe if he can make dinner. Okay, bye. So today was my second day back at work, and this evening has been the clearest I've been able to see, which is really good. But I'm still not 100%. Obviously, I've just done my drops, so if I'm not crying, I promise. So yeah, today was really interesting because obviously yesterday was my first day back, and I felt like my eyes felt tired from the minute I walked out of the house, and it felt very overwhelming. Today felt a little bit better, and yesterday I was in the wheel on parade, so I couldn't really see anything anyway because of the mesh. But today I was doing a roll where I was just on a float and I could see people, and wow, I could like actually see some people, which I didn't used to be able to see even without my contacts. Obviously with my contacts I could see, but it was a really cool feeling. So I think I got a little discouraged this afternoon because my eyes get really tired around 5 o'clock, which is not the end of my day, but quite close to it. And I think I have to remember that this process can take up to 3 months. So it's going, but slowly but surely. Hello, friends. Okay, so today is the day of St. Patrick's Day. So it is Friday, March 17th. Sorry, I just looked at my clock. Yeah, so basically yesterday I went to the eye doctor and he checked over my eyes one more time. So it's been a week since I've had my lens out, and next Monday will be 2 weeks since my whole surgery, and I can actually finally see, guys. This is so exciting. Yeah, I woke up yesterday, and yesterday was like the clearest day that I was able to see everything. My eyes still get a little bit blurry when it comes to like 10, 11 o'clock at night, but that's obviously, I'm still healing, and it's when your eyes get a little bit tired. But I can see, and this is crazy. I can sit on the couch, I can see the TV, I can see the clock, the microwave, which is like the coolest thing that I've been able to see so far. Yeah, I'm really excited with the outcome. I was kind of like, is it a trust the process kind of thing? I highly recommend if you're able to get LASIK. Obviously, I didn't have true LASIK, I had the other version, but if you're able to do it, I highly recommend. This whole process has kind of been a journey. I have to go back in 1 more month where he will say that my prescription has completely settled, and then he'll be able to finally give me my prescription of like 20/20 or better than 20/20, all of that and that fun stuff. So that's really exciting. But yeah, I don't know if this video vlog is gonna make any sense over the whole time, but I just wanted to share with you guys like my experience. I also haven't really been vlogging because there hasn't been anything that we've been up to. This is kind of the most intense and exciting thing that has happened. Obviously we're into March, and soon we'll be into summer, and Tom and I are just trying to figure out what we're going to be doing, but hopefully there's going to be a new vlog series coming up soon. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for always tuning in, listening to whatever I'm rambling on about. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know if it's any
thing to really do with what my channel is normally up to, but I just thought I would share with you guys. And if you did like it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop me in the comments or message me on Instagram or anything. I'll put up my Instagram just in case you guys don't follow me. But nevertheless, thank you for coming and watching my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!